right. We're screwed is basically the message here. Sarah Palin.
What is it exactly that the VP does every day?
Every day. What is it exactly that the VA secretary does every day? Mayor of Wasilla and a half governor. For VA, for the veterans of it, because he loves the troops. He just he loves them so much, and Track and Trig and Willow and Tree and whatever the kids, they're all. One of them was Todd. Get off your snow machine! I'm gonna be the VA secretary, and I don't know what it does every day.
You can actually see Russia from land here in Alaska.
So be ambassador to Russia, for God's sake. They're running our elections anyway. They're running, they're running our foreign policy. They're running everything. I mean, everything. Everything they're running. They'll invade Lithuania. So, I mean, why do we have to have...
It was just your average hockey mom.
Why do we have to have your average hockey mom with a husband, Todd, who rides a snow machine as our VA secretary? Because Bannon wants it that way. That's why. These are all Bannon's picks. And there are some rumors, and that's all they are right now, that Paul Manafort, who never registered as a foreign agent, but lobbied on behalf of Viktor Yanukovych from Ukraine, and never registered as a foreign agent, which, by the way, is a violation of the one law we have for lobbyists. They only have the one. Well, they have the two. Lobbyists have two laws that they have to follow. One is that if you're going to lobby on behalf of a foreign government, you have to register as a foreign agent. And the other one is you can't eat sitting down if you're having a meeting with a member of Congress trying to, get a tax credit or something written into the tax code for your client. You have to stand up. Meaty. You have more rules and regulations when you drive a car than lobbyists have. But I mean, it's just, this is the most amazing thing. So, the faux populism, screw it. I mean, this is the team of oligarchs. And that's why they love Russia so much. That's why. Because Putin is not a democratic leader, but he is an oligarch. And we're creating an oligarchy here. And so what you have is the POTUS and the governor of Indiana giving away the money of the people of Indiana to a business, and God only knows if the POTUS promised Carrier, who really is United Technologies, some defense contracts. And it's not like Carrier is trying to cut corners because they need to. United Technologies is one of the most profitable businesses we have in the United States. Last year, the profit, not revenue, profit was $7.6 billion, and still they were looking to move offshore the furnace division into Monterey to save $65 million. $7.6 billion, and they're still cutting corners, and that's why they were going to unemploy 2,100 people, and now they'll only unemploy, what's 2,100 minus 800? That's how many will be unemployed, and then 800 will not be unemployed, which is great for them. I mean, Merry Christmas. I think that's, Carrier is the reason for your season. So don't call me up saying it's something else, because it's not, and you know it. But they're $6 billion in defense contracts is what United Technology received. $6 billion, and their profit was $7.6 billion. So kind of figure that the POTUS promised something that I don't know if he can deliver or if he's in a position to promise. But this whole thing is so fake, it's so phony, except for the 800 people. Now let me just explain this to you, okay? The 800 jobs represent 0.2% of manufacturing jobs in Indiana. But then if Donald Trump understood numbers, he would know he couldn't deport 11 million people. So he doesn't. He really, truly doesn't. And here's another theory I have. When I look at all these people that he's putting together for the cabinet, you know what they all have in common besides for Wall Street, Harvard, Yale, and Goldman Sachs? They all, Mitt Romney included, who's a piker next to these guys, but Mitt Romney included, they all make money on the down low, meaning these are all guys who make money in bankruptcy. All of them. Every single last one of them. Donald Trump makes money in bankruptcy. Mitt Romney obviously makes money in bankruptcy. It's like, if you don't understand what I'm talking about, the movie Pretty Woman, Richard Gere's character, he buys the companies and then he because the parts are worth more than the whole, and he sells them. Well, that's exactly what Wilbur Ross does. That's exactly what Mitt Romney does with Bain Capital. That's exactly what Donald Trump does with his bankruptcies. And so you got to kind of wonder, are they all there to bankrupt the United States and make money on the back end? Because that's kind of what this cabinet looks like they're there to do. Now, the people who are pro-Trump will say, you need these people because they know how the system works, and so you got to have somebody who knows how the system works to take it apart. Well, that's an interesting theory, but there are a lot of economists in this country that also understand how the system works. For God's sake, if that was going to be a criteria, get Matt Taibbi in the cabinet. Make him Commerce Secretary because he understands how it works. So all these people are guys who make money after bankruptcies. They buy, bank. Same thing with what's his face? For Treasury. This guy. Yeah, Mnuchin. Oh, his name is so annoying. Even his name is annoying with all that money. He needs a vowel movement.